The Pacific is about to get a dramatic shift in weather over the next 12 months as it moves from a triple dip La Nina to El Nino. La Nina is the cooling phase, whereas El Nino is the warming phase of the waters in the eastern Pacific off the coast of South America. It's one of the most significant climate drivers for the region. Caleb Fotheringham explains.
The Pacific has just come out of 3 consecutive years of La Nina and is now moving in the opposite direction. Niwa meteorologist Ben Knoll says it means high rainfall for some places like Kiribati that's experienced a long period of drought, while parts of the western Pacific, like Papua New Guinea, should be drier than normal.
The patterns that we've experienced the last 3 years are probably not a good indication of the types of patterns in terms of rainfall and temperatures that we would expect to see in the coming, say, 6 to 12 months.
There is also a higher chance of more cyclones in the southwest Pacific. Mr. Knoll says El Nino increases the risk east of Fiji, but it reduces in the west. Cyclone Winston, which was the most intense tropical cyclone in the southern hemisphere on record, hit Fiji in February 2016 during an El Nino event.
We tend to see a higher number, and in fact in 1997-98 that was the most active tropical cyclone season in modern records for the Southwest Pacific, and that was a strong El Nino. And there are some similarities with the developing El Nino and that past El Nino.
In June 2022, the Kiribati government declared a state of disaster due to drought. Kiribati Met Service Director Winata Tauroa says the country has experienced below normal rainfall since mid-2020, a symptom of La Nina.
It is quite a long period of time, and the impact of drought is quite severe throughout the country, affecting a number of communities on the islands, especially those who are living in the islet, a part of the islands. So it's really severe, the impact.
Some communities have reported well water becoming brackish. Mr. Tauroa is expecting El Nino to bring very wet conditions and gusty winds to Kiribati. He is hoping that El Nino will put an end to the dry spell.
El Nino means good news in terms of the drought, rainfall. But in terms of storms, it's more likely that there will be more severe storms affect the Kiribati region during the El Nino event.
For Palau, on the east side of the tropical Pacific, the opposite end to Kiribati, they can expect very dry conditions. Staff meteorologist at the Palau National Weather Service, Kikuko Mokimaru, says El Nino is a concern.
2015, 16, and also 1997, 98 were both strong El Ninos. And for the 2015 event, which I was a witness to, we did have a severe drought.
El Nino is formed when warmer than average seawater moves from the west to east across the tropical Pacific Ocean. As the central and eastern equatorial Pacific warms, atmospheric patterns begin to affect the region.